Hi, hope you're doing well today. Want to give you a practice tip for the day. It's super fun. I call it 0, 4, 2, 3, 1 or whatever order you'd like to put it. Basically, we have 5 notes we can play on one string, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have those options. And what we do is we make up a little exercise to just get used to a certain finger pattern. So for example, there are many spots that are a bit challenging to play in tune. So if you're having a fast passage and you find that it's difficult to play in tune, you just take that little spot, right? And you figure out what the finger pattern is. So by that I mean, like, is your are your fingers doing this, or this, or this, or this, or this, right? So there are many common finger patterns. What's especially difficult is when you have an extra, this is called an augmented second, where you have 2 notes in between, 2 of your fingers. So there are many challenging pitches that we need to play sometimes. And even if they're on different strings, we can still kind of boil it down to what the actual skeleton pattern is. So I'll give you an example. This is from the Suzuki book to Gavotte from Mignon. And I would say most of the piece is pretty fun and not too difficult to play, but there are 3 passages that are a little bit tricky. One is the 32nd note passage that goes like that. And the second one is the last little bit, because we have to quickly go from arco to pizzicato. And then the last one, the third one, is actually the middle section that has like these flat notes and the sharps are gone. So all of a sudden we go from having a couple sharps to a couple flats. So if you're a student who, isn't really used to playing a lot of low fingers, like low 1, low 4, low 2, all at one time with many string crossings, then this is challenging. So any pattern, you can just use this method to practice any spot in the piece that you're playing. So I'll put the music up for you to see, but the main notes here are these. Those are what are very challenging, usually are out of tune. So what I do is I ask myself, what does 1 do? Well, 1 is playing either an F, right, or a B flat. Okay, and the 2 is playing either a G, or a C. But even though I'm talking about 2 strings at once, the position of the finger has not changed. It's still a low 1, it's still a low 2, and then the 3 plays this note on, it's a 3rd finger on A string, and then the 4th finger plays E flat. Okay, so basically we're playing these notes. Those are the notes, and so overall we're doing this pattern, all right? Low 1, low 2, regular 3, and low 4. So what we do is we just we include the open string, right? You can practice this on the A string or on the E string, and you just mix them up. So you can write it down. I usually write it down in my students' assignment or in their notebook, and you just mix up the notes. So you can say 0, 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, so let's try 0, 2, 1, 3, 4. See what happens. 0, 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the one I created. Usually, if you're a teacher, I do one first so I can just show the student what this is all about. And then we play it, right? And then we practice it a few times. So 0, 2, 1, 3, 4. If you want to, you don't have to, but you could also do it on the E string. And if you play it a bit out of tune, you can figure out, well, maybe my 3 and my 4 need to get a little closer together, or maybe my 2 is not correctly placed, in the correct, position. So you just do it again and again until you make it sound really in tune. And then you can ask the student to come up with one. So then they might mix it up and say, I don't know, 3, 2, 0, 4, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 0, 4, 1. 3, 2, 0, 4, 1. Wow, that one was a little bit challenging. So each combination is, different levels. I say some combinations are easy and fun, some are medium, some are quite challenging, and some sound really weird. We can come up with another one, maybe 0, 4, right? 2, 1, 3. Let's try that. 0, 4, 2, 1, 3. That's weird, right? I like that combination. And so by the time we practice it a few times, I usually assign it for a week. Okay, so they're just doing this exercise a little bit for a week. But by the time we practice it during the lesson together a few times, it's already has fixed up their fingers in a really nice way. And then they go play the passage, right? And then everything sounds so much better in tune. And so what this does to the mind, because remember how everything is basically kind of, the battle is won in the mind first, and then we need to kind of, figure out how to physically do it. But it's very difficult to physically do something if our mind didn't grasp it first, don't you think, right? So first we have to get it all taken care of in our mind. And by doing, different combinations of the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and practicing them until, we get everything in their right places, it really solidifies in the mind what the finger's doing, so that even when they're busy and they're playing quickly and they're kind of, getting all mixed up, they're still knowing that the pattern is actually still this. Okay, so it works wonders. If you haven't tried it, try it, and it's a lot of fun also. All right, hope you have a good day.